Imagine you are floating, suspended between Earth and the heavens. Below, the world glimmers. Above, endless blackness and silent stars. This is the realm of flight, a place of beauty and profound mystery. The hum of engines is our victory over gravity, but what if that sound stops? Suddenly, the sky becomes a vast, unknowable void. In that silence, anything can happen, and sometimes the unthinkable does. You're traveling at nearly the speed of sound, trusting science, pilots, and the machine. We tell ourselves we've conquered the skies, but the sky has its own rules. Sometimes it simply swallows things whole, leaving only questions. Consider the silence after a final frantic call to air traffic control, the silence on the radar where a green blip once moved. This is the silence of disappearance, a terrifying emptiness. For every safe landing, there's a ghost story whispered among pilots. These are real events, etched into aviation history. They remind us that, for all our technology, we are still just visitors in an immense world. We're drawn to these mysteries. They speak to our need to understand. Why did a plane fall from the sky? Where did another go? These are more than technical puzzles. They are human tragedies, lives lost, futures erased, families left to wonder. The sky holds its secrets tightly, but we keep searching, hoping the void will one day answer. This is the story of those who vanished, and those who refused to stop looking. We look to the sky and see freedom, a boundless canvas for our ambitions. For centuries we dreamed of flight, and finally we soared. Aviation shrank the world, connected cultures, and became a symbol of progress. But the sky is not gentle. It's a realm of powerful forces and sudden danger. Every flight is a bet that technology and skill will prevail. Most of the time it does. Flying is the safest way to travel. But when the system fails, consequences are swift and catastrophic. The history of aviation is written in both triumph and tragedy. Early pioneers faced unknowns with little more than bravery. Each crash taught us about metal fatigue, weather, and the limits of our machines. We built stronger planes, better instruments, and stricter rules. Yet the sky remains untamed, a wilderness that humbles us. We can predict the weather but not control it. We can build redundancies but not eliminate error. Our mastery is an illusion. We are guests in the sky, allowed to pass only if we respect its power. The frontier has been pushed back, but never fully conquered. The sky still holds the power to surprise and to remind us of our place. March 27th, 1977, Tenerife. The darkest day in aviation history. Not a storm or mechanical failure, but a chain of human errors. Two jumbo jets, KLM and Pan Am, diverted to a fog-shrouded, overcrowded airport. Miscommunication and pressure led the KLM captain to begin takeoff without clearance. The Pan Am jet was still on the runway, lost in the fog. Radio confusion blocked crucial warnings. The KLM co-pilot questioned, but the captain pressed on. Seconds later, disaster. The KLM jet slammed into Pan Am, both engulfed in flames. 583 lives lost, the deadliest crash in aviation. Survivors described the chaos and devastation. The tragedy forced a global overhaul of cockpit communication and teamwork, crew resource management. August 12, 1985. Japan Airlines Flight 123 takes off from Tokyo. 12 minutes in, a deafening bang explosive decompression. The rear pressure bulkhead failed. The plane lost its tail fin and all hydraulic control. Now a ghost ship. Captain Takahama and crew fought to steer, using only engine thrust. For 32 agonizing minutes, they kept the crippled 747 in the air, a heroic feat.
Inside, chaos. Oxygen masks dropped. People wrote farewell notes to loved ones.
These Isyo, final messages, are heartbreaking testaments to the human spirit. Despite the crew's efforts, the plane clipped a mountain and crashed. Rescue teams took nearly 14 hours to reach the site. 4 survivors were found in the tail section.
Waking up, I couldn't believe I survived. So many others were gone.
520 died, the deadliest single aircraft accident ever. The cause, a faulty repair years earlier, leading to stricter maintenance worldwide. The crash remains a lesson in vigilance, heroism and the cost of error. Even in tragedy, the will to survive and say goodbye endures. The legacy, safer skies and stories that must never be forgotten. March 8, 2014. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 departs Kuala Lumpur for Beijing. 40 minutes in, Captain Zahari's calm sign-off. Good night, Malaysian 370, the last words ever heard. Moments later, the plane's transponder is switched off. It vanishes from radar.
Military radar tracks it making a sharp turn, flying west then south, off course into the Indian Ocean.
A ghost flight, silent and invisible, flying until it presumably ran out of fuel.
Why did it turn? Was it hijacking, pilot action, or a catastrophic emergency?
The search became the largest in history, guided by faint satellite pings.
Inmarsat data defined a vast arc in the southern Indian Ocean.
Despite years of searching, the main wreckage has never been found.
Only a few pieces of debris have washed ashore, confirming the crash, but not the cause.
Theories abound, but families remain in limbo, haunted by the unknown. The mystery endures, a symbol of how the sky can still swallow its secrets. The world keeps searching, refusing to let the story end in silence.
August 25, 1989. PIA Flight 404 departs Gilgit for Islamabad, flying through the treacherous Himalayas.
The pilot's last radio call was routine. Then, nothing. The plane vanished with 54 people on board.
It never arrived. The mountains seemed to swallow it whole.
Search teams scoured the peaks and valleys, no wreckage, no clues.
The region's deep crevasses and glaciers could hide a plane forever.
Theories range from mechanical failure to disorientation, even a possible shoot-down, none proven.
For families, the lack of answers is a wound that never heals. The case remains cold, as if the plane flew into another dimension. The Himalayas keep their secrets, leaving only questions and grief.
Amelia Earhart, icon, adventurer, pioneer.
In 1937, she set out to fly around the world. By July, only the Pacific remained.
Howland Island, a tiny speck, nearly impossible to find with 1930s navigation.
The Coast Guard's Itasca waited to guide her in. Earhart's radio messages grew urgent.
We must be on you but cannot see you. Gas is running low. Her last message. We are on the line 157 337. We will repeat this message. Wait. Then only static.
The largest search in US history found nothing. The official theory, she ran out of fuel and crashed at sea.
Some believe she landed on Nikumaroro and survived for a time.
Decades of searching have yielded no proof. Earhart's fate remains one of aviation's most enduring mysteries. Her story is a testament to courage and to the sky's power to keep its secrets. We search not just for answers, but for the spirit she embodied. The last horizon remains waiting. When a plane vanishes over the ocean, the search moves to the deep sea, a world more alien than the moon. Finding wreckage is harder than finding a needle in a haystack. Yet humanity persists, armed with technology.
Autonomous underwater vehicles scan the seabed with sonar, mapping the ocean floor.
Remotely operated vehicles, tethered to ships, dive to inspect targets and retrieve debris. This technology found Air France 447's black boxes at 4,000 meters deep.
On land, supercomputers and AI analyze satellite data and ocean currents, narrowing search areas. Oceanographers model debris drift, tracing it back to possible crash sites. Every data point brings us closer to answers. It's a fusion of science and determination, pushing the limits to solve tragic puzzles. The search is slow, painstaking and relentless, but every discovery brings closure and hope. Why do we search for lost planes? It's more than technical answers or safety. It's about our humanity. These mysteries tear at our sense of order, reminding us of our vulnerability.
For families, the search is about closure, a desperate need to know, to grieve, to honor the lost. Grace Nathan, whose mother was on MH370, says, "It's about finding them. It's about not giving up."
Every mystery solved makes the skies safer. Lessons from Tenerife and JAL 123 changed aviation forever. We honor the dead by learning, improving, and preventing future tragedies.
The search is a promise. We will not let it happen again.
Our relentless search reflects empathy, resilience, and hope. We search because every life matters. We refuse to surrender to the void. The sky and sea may guard their secrets, but our drive to find answers is just as powerful. And so we keep looking, listening for that faint signal, that echo of hope, promising that one day the lost will be found.